Have some of you recently, in the past day or so, found out that you're unable to mine Ethereum Classic on your AMD cards, specifically with 4 gigabytes of VRAM? That's because the DAG file has now been surpassed, the epoch of 299. And this is specifically on Ethereum Classic, okay? But I'm going to be talking about Ethereum as well later on. And this just goes to show that if you're using an older version of Claymore, you have to update your version of Claymore to version 15 right now in order to mine Ethereum Classic on 4 gigabyte cards. As you guys can see here, it's looping and continuing to not be able to write the DAG here. It says the error says not enough GPU memory to place the DAG. You cannot mine this coin with this GPU. Okay? And later on in the video, I'm going to show you guys a resolution that if you do not want to update your software, that there is another way that you can mine with your 4 gigabyte cards on older software. So I'll show you that in a second. So that's just going to keep looping. I'm going to close that. Now I want to talk about the software version that you have to be updating to if you want this to work. Okay, so this is just if you want to do it the easier way of just updating all your miners. This is for a disclaimer. This is for people that are in Windows, mining in Windows. I'm a big Windows miner myself. I don't use any Linux platform like HiveOS or anything like that right now. I have everything strictly on Windows, specifically because of Claymore. And the fact that they have the dash straps, which basically you don't need to BIOS mod your cards in order to get the timings, okay? So with dash strap in Claymore version 15, you'll able to use this option here in order to basically BIOS mod your card without having to BIOS mod. So that's why I'm using Windows. Now, yes, so for people that have recently just found out that your 4 gigabyte cards are unable to mine Ethereum Classic, right here I'm just going to read latest version of 15 of Claymore. Your miner now supports up to epoch 384, and so the epoch for Ethereum Classic at the moment is 299. Okay, and note that previous versions support only up to 299 epoch. So with that example I showed you guys earlier, it was just at 299 epoch, and I was using Claymore version 14.7, as you guys can see here. So basically you just have to update your Claymore version. Okay, so I had a few people on Discord yesterday mentioned that they're unable to mine. They're getting a DAG buffer issue, and so you just have to update your miner to version 15. Then 4 gigabyte cards can mine. So example, I'll show you version 15. I have 5 RX 570 4 gigabyte cards here, and using Claymore version 15, we will see that the straps are being applied. RX boost is being applied, and we should see a hash rate setting the DAG for epoch 299. Okay, so we're mining Ethereum Classic just as an example. And timings are being updated. Wait a few seconds. And it should be updating memory timings finished. And there you go. The 5 RX 570s, 4 gigabyte cards are mining Ethereum Classic now. So I was getting that error on version 14.7. That's because the epoch of 299, right? So for those that are getting this error, you just have to simply just update your miner. But now, if you do not want to do that, which, I think most people will want to do this due to the DAG file, and I'll talk about Ethereum DAG after. I just want to talk about this Reddit post that I read about 18 days ago, okay? As of making this video. Reddit post here titled 4 gigabyte DAG fix. Need at least one GPU large enough to generate the DAG. So there is a Reddit user here. Also, I believe he is a small YouTuber with a hosting farm. He says here, recently realized in my farm that my 470 4 gigabyte rigs which were all 6-card setups at the time, were not generating the DAG any longer for Ethereum Classic. And then soon after the ETH DAG approached whatever level it was that pushed my system over the limit, after a day of wondering what to do, I realized the 470 rig I have with 1 8 gigabyte 580 was in it was working fine with the other 5 cards being 474 gigabytes. Okay, so you guys read that? I took apart one of my 580 rigs and replaced a card on one of the 470 rigs, 4 gigabytes. It mined perfectly. Did this to my whole farm, and it split the GPUs essentially so that every 4 gigabyte rig has at least one 8 gigabyte card in it. As for now, this works no issues. I have a P104 rig with a 474 gigabyte card in it, and same thing, generated the DAG and mines. So, I actually tried this. I did make a post here. This sounds interesting. We'll try 18 days ago. And I have a rig here with one RX 580, 8 gigabyte card, and the rest of the cards are the 580 4 gigabyte cards. Okay, so I have a RX 580 Red Devil 8 gigabyte card, and the rest of them are 580 MSI Gaming X editions with Alpida RAM and 4 gigabytes of VRAM. Okay, so I have Claymore 14.7 here. Okay, so this is for people that don't want to upgrade their miner for some reason. But here you go, 8 gigabyte card you guys can see here, and I have 5 RX 580s, 4 gigabyte cards, and you guys can see applied the straps, RX boost, setting the DAG, Epoch 299. We're mining Ethereum Classic. So you guys saw the error before. With just the 4 gigabyte cards, I wasn't able to generate the DAG, but now with one 580 8 gigabyte card placed, we can see that the DAG has been created, and now it looks like, yeah, it's mining. So I don't know how that's working. I guess the 580 has been was able to generate the DAG first, and then help out for the rest of the cards. Now I'm very curious if this will work past 4 gigabyte Epoch. Okay, the DAG file. So very interesting. I'm not really sure how this is working. Another thing is that I placed the 580, the RX 580 card, the Red Devil 8 gigabyte card, on the first PCIe X16 slot on the motherboard so that it would register first. So you guys can see here on Claymore, it registers the 580 first. Right there, right? It registers it first, so that's able to create the DAG first. I don't know. I was reading through the Reddit comments here, and I think that was one of the things that helped out. Oh no, actually it was one of my Discord members named Jim that mentioned to put the 8 gigabyte card on the X16 slot, so it will register first in Windows. Okay, so remember, this is only in Windows. Okay, guys. So this is quite interesting. I want to try it on a 8 gigabyte card, an 8 gigabyte NVIDIA card. Okay, on a 570 or 580 4 gigabyte rig. As Alec22 Ross mentioned here, I have a P104, which is an NVIDIA card, works on a 474 gigabyte card. So yeah, and then he says here, I tested it on a 2 gigabyte R5 200 GPU, or R9 or R5 200 GPU series GPU, and it worked. He says it worked. So the card was able to generate the DAG as long as the system has one available card that is able to fit the DAG on it. So that is very interesting. Alec22 Ross, you are a master. Thank you, man. This is definitely something that I think some people would look at. Now, I just wanted to now talk about the DAG. Okay, so this is for people that really don't know what a DAG is. It is a DAG is a directed acyclic graph. Okay, it is used in all Ethash coins, Ethereum Classic, and so on. And basically, it's to provide a proof of work. DAG file is generated every mining epoch, and it increases from epoch to epoch. Okay, And now every epoch is changed every 30,000 blocks. Okay, the increasing speed of the DAG file directly depends on the time of finding a block, but the block finding time is not stable. It may vary from 10 seconds to 60 seconds for Ethereum. So you guys can see the average block time for Ethereum right now is 13.55 seconds, and the Ethereum Classic is 13.07 seconds. And right now at epoch 299, and the DAG file is 3.34 gigabytes. Now I forgot to mention that in Windows, Windows takes about, I think, 600 to 700 megabytes of virtual memory for the video memory on the video card for Windows. Okay, so if you're using Linux, you're not going to have any problem mining on 4 gigabyte cards. Okay, I forgot to mention that as well. And now I want to talk about Ethereum. So Ethereum, you'll have no problems mining 4 gigabyte cards on Windows. That'll still work up until 299 epoch, and as well on the older version of Claymore. Okay, anything below version 15, you won't be able to, unless you do this 8 gigabyte, one 8 gigabyte card on your 470 rig, on your 4 gigabyte rig. That will work as well. So with Ethereum Classic, they may be moving to SHA-3 algorithm. I'm not sure when that's going to happen. But you know, the epoch, the DAG file for Ethereum Classic should be ending at 4 gigabyte in around the 1st of November of 2020. So that is next year. So pretty much 1 year from now, that's going to be coming up. And then Ethereum 4 gigabyte DAG will be doing about the end of 2020. So December 24th of 2020, and that's when we expect DAG size to hit 4 gigabytes. Okay. But, so what I said before, I wonder if this DAG fix thing here will work by just putting an 8 gigabyte card on your 4 gigabyte rig, and then all of this stuff would just not matter. Then that would work. So I'll be testing this later on, hopefully in the next couple days. I want to do the NVIDIA card testing on a 470 rig, so I'll let you guys know. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope that was informative for you. Please smash the like button, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you upgrade your Ethereum miner, Claymore, if you're using Claymore, and if you're getting the DAG file error, mainly for Windows users. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one, and peace out.